Welcome everybody to this special Christmas Eve show. I hope you're doing absolutely spectacular. A lot to talk about, starting with something a little bit different, which is I've had a bunch of you send me clips like the one I'm going to play for you asking, oh my goodness, Luke, Joe Rogan played one of your videos on his podcast and reacted to it. And you would be led to believe that by the title of this video, Joe Rogan reacts as Trump supporter something, like it's destroyed or destroys Luke Beasley, one or the other. Someone's getting destroyed. And apparently Joe Rogan's reacting to it. And this video of Joe Rogan supposedly reacting to me on Jubilee has 1 million views. So you would think 1 million views? What did Rogan say about your guy Luke? And then you look at the comments and everyone's just commenting on it like it's a normal video. Well, by the way I'm speaking, you might be able to know that the answer to many of your questions is no. Joe Rogan did not talk about me. But let's look at the video that made people think that.
Have you seen that video? No.
Number one, we are not a democracy. I know that you guys say a democratic republic. First off, we're a constitutional republic. I mean, when we do, well, you do the Pledge of Allegiance. What does it say?
What is a republic?
It's a balance of power. So of the three branches.
But who places people into power?
People do, but we don't even. But again, but we have an electoral college vote. Yes, we don't even go by the popular vote.
Well, then he's a threat to our republic. But by the way, republic is a representative form of democratic.
You know, this is where
what that is. You can
this is the first lie. So there's even a lie in the question. That's why it's hard for me to argue a lie in the question.
Google after this is over, and what you're saying is incorrect because we live in a democracy.
So I've played that clip for you before. Again, I want to see. The title is Joe Rogan reacts as Trump supporter destroys Luke Beasley. Okay? Joe Rogan reacts as Luke Beasley faces off against a guest in a heated political discussion about how the U.S. system really works. This is almost certainly AI. The guest confidently breaks down his points one by one, leaving Luke struggling to respond. And by the end, it's clear who controlled the debate. Whether you agree or not, this moment shows how confident his tone and logic can completely shift who wins a conversation. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So what confused a lot of y'all is that there's this account, and actually a couple accounts now, that will show, I'm sure they do it with a few different people, but these are Rogan reacting, quote unquote, to things. But did you hear the beginning of that clip? It was this.
Have you seen that video? No.
Number one, we are not a
and then just jumps into the video for my Jubilee debate. Similarly, now this one is Joe Rogan reacts as Trump supporter destroyed by Luke Beasley. So the other one was Joe Rogan reacts, well, I get destroyed. Now I'm doing the destroying. And this is the same account. So, really reaching to any audience they can. And it's the exact same clip of Rogan.
No.
How do you define patriotism?
I think it's loving what our Constitution stands for, loving what our democratic principles should stand for, being opposed to authoritarian regimes abroad, not trying to cozy up to them or apologizing for them like what Trump does with
Patriotism is about all of us coming together.
Why'd they bleep out Putin? Makes it sound like I've said something way more vulgar. But look, the beginning's the same.
Have you seen that video? No.
So you get the structure. I hate social media so much sometimes.
Here's why.
This is TikTok. Here's why. There's this account, Joe Reacts 100. Terrible account. You do terrible work. And I'm calling you out. At least the videos I've seen. Because you're misleading people. You're making it look like Rogan watched a clip. I'm sure he does this with a lot of different videos. Which didn't happen from what I know. And then based on a misleading framing, which was pretty obvious when I initially watched it, because I was like, I'd be getting a bunch of texts and phone calls if all of a sudden Rogan's podcast was covering my Jubilee debate. But a lot of people clearly don't get that it's fake. And they just plug that, did you see this video? In front of a bunch of different clips. And then it gets way more views. And this is what's the aggravating part. We go fly out to Jubilee or to the bar fight thing we did. We spend days, miss some work, sometimes have to pay for travel, and I bring the producers with me. Their travel's never covered by any shows I go on. I just got to have them with me. And so it's out of pocket for that. and we do a whole debate, putting yourself at risk of someone trying to humiliate you. Also, we can then play those clips on our show. You all can see them, and then we'll post them in the short form. And after all that work, sometimes we'll get a couple million view videos on short form platforms. And all they're doing is taking all that work and slapping a fake Joe Rogan clip in the front of it and getting a million views. You know what I mean? Why it feels icky? It's like, that's not a fair workload to get a million views off of. And then to make people think, as again, we've interacted with it even just in our audience, oh my gosh, Rogan, he's now covering the Luke Beasley show. And here's one more example.
Is that real?
While we watch this is real. And you can click the subscribe button if you want to support this show that isn't a gimmick. Let's see. This one is Joe Rogan reacts as Trump supporter angry debate with Luke Beasley. That's a strange wording. So this was a different intro.
What the fuck? Is that real?
Job growth slowing. We've seen GDP growth slowing, unemployment ticking up, employment getting worse. That's all an impact of him slapping these features. He's also tariffing, just quickly, Brazil, which we have a trade surplus with, so it's not the trade barrier reason. He's tariffing countries where it doesn't even make coherent sense because he's upset about this thing or that thing, but then we're the ones paying the consequences.
Let's be clear.
Then they have a video. Look at this. This is insane. Then they have a video. Whoa.
What the
Not that video. Dang it. Let me show you this. Of him down in the bottom right. They took from his show him watching a different video where the screen's shining on his face. It looks like he's watching this clip. And then he's sitting there watching. So then a viewer is like, oh, wow, what is he going to say? And then he never says anything because it's not real. It's crazy. And what a weird reaction it would be to go, what the F? Is that real? And then just be like, Trump's tariff policy. I don't think that would be even the way you'd react. But I guess because it's Joe Rogan, a lot of the subscribers to this channel are MAGA. Because look at these comments. No one says, hey, I don't think Rogan actually reacted. They're just vibing with it. Kamala Harris, 2,000 likes on this comment. Kamala Harris was picked as a candidate behind closed doors. Why didn't the No Kings protesters go insane then? Stop sending your children to these universities to be brainwashed. Threat to our democracy equals threat to their criminal bureaucracy. Shut up. Whether the truth is revealed, they always interrupt so the other person can't get their point across. Thank you for confirming that the education system is a toilet. Hate these smug know-it-alls. Hey, little boy, she got you. The fact check is wrong. We're a constitutional republic. What is a republic? It's like a little kid. What's that? Hey, mom. What type of... This is something babies say a lot. Hey, mom, what type of system of government do we have? And then they go, oh, we're a constitutional republic. What's that? Yeah, I actually only need one follow-up question to get to my answer. What is it? Oh, I'm so smug. Everyone always says that. I don't know what that means. I try to be not smug, unsmug. But I actually had a dream. This is crazy. I can't tell y'all who it related to, or you don't know them, but lifelong friends, childhood friends. I was sitting in my dream and they said that I forget what the wording was, but I had insulted them a couple years ago. Not really, but in the dream. And then they were like, we just think that you're smug. In my dream. Because of these comments are just getting to me. Hey, little boy. That's smug. That's what they're saying. She got you. But if you can figure out what a republic is, then you'll see why we're saying democracy. Very interesting math there. Colleges owe these kids refunds. The ignorance of this young man comes directly from the indoctrination received in our colleges. What is all this college business? We are and always have been a constitutional republic. What is a republic? Let's just teach them. A republic is a form of government in which supreme power is held by the people. Okay, sorry. Is the United States government a democracy? Let's see. The United States government is representative democracy. Done. All right, good. So yes, we are a constitutional republic, which is a democratic system, as I've explained now to them 100 times. But I was at a Christmas festivity, and I don't know, maybe they saw those clips or something, and they said, Luke, are you considering going on to Rogan? On the Rogan show? And I said, if he really begs and pleads, maybe I'll consider it. Does he give me per diem on my trip? Does he cover food? How many meals does he cover? No, obviously I would if the invite came my way. And I think we'd have a good discussion. Obviously, we're on very different sides of a lot of issues, but he seems to be open in some cases to different views. Lately, he had Bernie on and James Tallarico. So I think it'd be a good conversation. So Rogan, I'm calling you out. Much like the Liver King. Let's see. I have a video for you, but instead of it being him, it's me. Ready? This is me.
Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. My name's Liver King. Man to man. I'm picking a fight with you. Yeah. I have zero training in jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt. You should dismantle me. But I'm picking a fight with you. Your rules. Whatever you want me to weigh, I'll weigh it. I weighed 190 this morning. I'll come to you whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready to go. I'm on a vibration plate, by the way. That's what I'm
Yeah, that, but for me, the Luke King instead of the Liver King. And instead of a fight, like, can we just talk? I don't want to fight you. You would rip me in half. But, all kidding aside, that was a video of the Liver King, who has had a real spiral lately, challenging Joe Rogan to a fight, because he was trying to get on Rogan's show. And he decided to do it in kind of an unconventional way that didn't work, and actually, I think, led to a restraining order being filed against him by Rogan. He is holding a gun in this video, a golden gun. Is the other thing in his hand also a gun? But here's what's more disturbing about the video. It's not his wolf hat thing or the guns. It is that stomachs are not supposed to look like that. And I just want everyone to know, he went around saying he didn't do roids, then he got exposed for doing roids because he was trying to pretend like just eating raw meat and cow testicles. Here we go.
I love cows.
There we go. Was the way to be fit and healthy, and he spread a lot of misinformation on how to be healthy. All the while, behind the scenes, he really was using a bunch of steroids, clearly, and then he tried to lose a bunch of weight, and then now he just looks bizarre. So we do hope that he gets better, but shortly after the legal ramifications came of him continually stalking, I guess, Joe Rogan, you then had this.
Good morning, primals. From the vibration plate of the greatest state in the world, Austin, Texas. Texas is the state, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Bags under my eyes, haven't slept a whole lot. And it's been an amazing gift. When you fracture the physical, don't sleep, don't eat much, drink much. You go deeper into something else. You gotta maybe express something else. Something else. Ask me what the password is to Wi-Fi. I can't wait to share it. So, good morning, primals. What I'm doing, do it with me. Get the early morning sun through the eyes, on the face, on the skin. Get the bare feet connected, anchored, grounded into the earth. About to go do that with the pups right now. Down there, that's where the Dobermans go to play, down there at the water. They like to do a stick champion game.
It's so funny with some of these guys. We got to go back. He calls it the ancestral tenets. Thank you. Oh, nice. And the primal lifestyle, and they go look at the life expectancy back from the time where you say everything was better for our health. It's so funny. They always do that. They're like, see, all of our problems would be solved if we would just go back to, as I referenced, eating raw meat and hunting ourselves, and if we would stop using all of this woke new age medicine and whatever the talking points are, they never contend with the fact that we've made a lot of advancements. Now, in other ways, like as we've created certain types of artificial foods that are pretty harmful to us, we've created new problems. But what is the funny kind of hypocrisy is that they never actually live that lifestyle. Like you saw him there in what's clearly a very nice hotel talking about his primal lifestyle. That's not very primal. Go camp. And don't use a tent. Just be on the ground. That would be really primal. But that was kind of the ending to his spiral. Later in the video, he says, I'm going to stay away from... Actually, I want to show you it because it gets kind of creepy.
That's what we're about to do, and we're going to go somewhere today here in Austin. If anybody knows where Seth Rogan's, the other version of him that rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where its family's going to be today, if you could let my team know so that we can stay within 200 yards, not close to them, to stay away from them. Oh, please, actually, I redact that. Don't do anything to their family.
Good call. Good correction. What did he say? Let me know where their family is so I can stay 200 feet not away from them. He's trying to say he's got to comply with the legal order to stay 200 yards or something away from Joe Rogan and his family, but then he says it wrong where it sounds like he's trying to get close to them and he's asking people to find his family and then goes, never mind. So, would I go on Rogan? Yeah. Do I want to go that bad? No. I don't want to go that bad. I won't be stalking anybody. But again, look, just try to support actual creators. That's my main point of this segment, who seem to be putting out original content and aren't just slapping together lazy, clickbaity, engagement farming type content.